Hello, I'm George. I'm from the Sexual Assault Recovery Program, and we're here to let different people know our services, which are helping victims of abuse, past and present, and we cover the Rock County area. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Martha Anderson, and I'm here with Runaway and Youth Services, and we do free counseling for middle and high school students here in Rock County. We also have a free 24/7 crisis line you can call if you're ever feeling like you just want to talk or if you're in trouble.
Hi, my name is Lindsay Fundheiler. I'm an agent with All Risk Insurance Agency here in Janesville. We're an independent agency. We specialize in auto, home, business, and life insurance. We write for a variety of companies. We offer same-day SR22s, and we encourage people to bring their policies in, and we're pretty sure we can beat it.
My name is Lieutenant Colonel Ochowski. I'm with the Rock County Composite Squadron of Civil Air Patrol. Right now we're just finishing up with the EAA. Our next project will be assisting at the Air Fest out at the Rock County Airport in September. Our squadron meets Monday nights at 6 o'clock at the National Guard Armory, 2700 Kennedy Drive in Beloit. And we'd like to have anybody interested stop down and talk with us about membership in Civil Air Patrol, which is open for cadets 12 years old and older, and senior members 18 years of age and older. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Verlene Orm, work for the School District of Janesville with the Preschool for Janesville program, our P4J. We're having a wonderful time here at National Night Out. We have our P4J booth here, and some of our directors from different sites here giving information to parents, to any child who will turn 4 on or before September 1st can enroll in our Preschool for Janesville. We have 17 community sites, 5 sites in our elementary school buildings, and we offer programming places throughout the city. So we're looking for 4-year-olds. We'd love to have you enroll, and we're also looking for 2-year-olds and 3-year-olds that we can start getting information, because enrollment for the following year starts already in February at our Child Development Days. So we have some information here for parents, information about our program, a P4J, and we just want the word to get out. We've got almost 600 students that will be enrolling in P4J this coming year. So call if you have any information. The number is 757-5038. And we just got our new posters here with our Preschool for Janesville, our P4J posters. So give us a call if you have any questions. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Sarah Johnson, and I'm the chair of the Janesville Mobilizing for Change Coalition here in Janesville. And we have a booth here today in partnership with Partners in Prevention, and we have a bunch of information on providing drop-box locations for getting rid of people's old prescriptions so that they're not putting in the water system, and they're also not leaving it at home where it can be in the hands of teenagers, along with making sure parents lock up their alcohol so it's not accessible to their kids, and lots of other information on drug and alcohol prevention.
Hi, I'm Heidi Holden with the Neighborhood Action Team. We represent the Look West and the 4th Ward neighborhoods. We do many different volunteer activities, movie in the park, we help with the bike rodeo, the 2 community gardens, and we also do the Yard of the Month program, where neighbors actually pick other neighbors' yards that they deem to be extraordinary, and then they get a sign in their yard for a month, and they get a $20 gift card to K&W. We are a proactive organization that tries to better the lives of the residents in our 2 neighborhoods.
Hi, I'm Stan.
And I'm Rose.
And we're the
Strickers from News Radio 1230 WCLO.
And 99.9 FM WJVL. And we have been hosting, along with the Janesville Police Department, the National Night Out, which turned out to be fabulous.
We got to MC the demonstrations with the dogs and the tasers and the SWAT team.
Which is very exciting and does make you not want to meet Janesville Police. But the whole reason for National Night Out from the Janesville Police Department's perspective is to get to know the community better and, more importantly, get them to know police better.
I think everybody loves the dogs.
And, of course, they love it when somebody's tasered, and we all know about Jim Jimenez and his fine job tonight. But it does help the public better understand how the police department helps them, how their tax dollars are used, and also probably benefits police enforcement as a whole in a community. So it's a great job every year by the Janesville Police Department, and we were happy to help.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? First of all, who has a whistle? Can I hear your whistles? One more time. Thank you very much. If you'd be so kind as to put them away now, I would appreciate it very, very much. Thank you. Welcome again to the Janesville Police Department presentation of the National Night Out. Let's have a nice round of applause and gratitude for such a fine showing on a warm and muggy summer's night. Tonight you will see some fine demonstrations with the Janesville Police Department, the brave, the courageous, and the highly skilled, and I'm sure they would like to thank you for coming out in the face of weather, because obviously you are showing the very same. My name is Stricker. I'm from WCLO and WJVL Radio. I want to thank you for coming out. My wife Rose, who does the afternoons on WCLO, will be joining us as well, but because of the severe weather, she had to continue broadcasting into the afternoon. So, who wants to see some exciting SWAT action? Let me hear you. I want to remind you, for your safety, the Janesville Police Department SWAT team will be performing a scenario to highlight some of their skills and equipment. All of the equipment used has been rendered safe as long as you don't get in the way. During the scenario, the SWAT team will be using smoke in place of actual gas, which I think is nice of them. And they will also be using several devices that they ask you do not touch or pick up afterwards. They can be extremely dangerous, so please stay clear of the demonstration area and enjoy the show. Jason. Here, you can read that.
Did you mention they're also not using real suspects in the demonstrations? Not real gas? The flashbangs, actually, when they use them in real life.
No flashbangs.
No flashbangs.
No flashbangs.
Okay. They'd be really loud if you were using them. What did you tell them?
I just do that. Okay.
The Janesville Police Department SWAT team was formed in 1998. They've got 15 SWAT operators, 5 snipers, 6 crisis negotiators. The SWAT team is actually produced for this injury or loss of life to citizen suspects. Yeah, police officers.
Scenario number 1, the Janesville Police Department SWAT team has been called to a barricaded suspect. The suspect is barricaded in a garage and is in the possession of a knife. The suspect was involved in a domestic disturbance and has fled to the garage with that knife. The suspect has threatened both the officers and himself and will not allow the officers to get close to arrest him. The SWAT team deployed a distraction device and followed it up with C2 gas. The purpose of the gas is to dislodge the suspect from his position. The suspect came out of the garage yielding a knife and was threatening the officers. The SWAT team shot the suspect with a less lethal pepper ball gun. They used green marking rounds to see where they struck the subject. The Janesville Police Department SWAT team successfully apprehended the suspect with no significant injuries to anyone involved. The bad guy is Detective Mike Dewar. Give him a hand. Clean, efficient, and safe. Let's hear it for your Janesville SWAT team.
I would say the smoke is very effective. You can see the green spots on here that they could, the tracking device here.
Obviously, in real life, I don't think they take pads to the front door, but it was nice of them to do it this time. So, has anybody ever gotten a shock? How about static electricity? Kind of annoying, isn't it? Anybody ever gotten a bigger shock, say working on an engine motor? Well, tonight we have two brave souls.
As we all know, police officers sometimes have to control uncooperative or combative people. The Janesville Police Department added tasers as a tool to help them in these kinds of situations. The police department's primary goal is to preserve the peace and to protect people from getting hurt. While there's no one best tool for every situation, tasers are faster and more effective in most situations than many of the other tools or the options the officers have. Once the incident controls the number and degree of injury is generally lower than the taser.
I remember I asked you if you ever got a shock with static electricity. Each taser generates 50,000 volts. The amperage is low, far less than what it takes to light up a small Christmas tree light. The low amperage makes the taser a safe option. This again is what it kind of sounds like. An air cartridge is attached to the end of the taser. Each air cartridge has two probes that are similar to straight fish hooks. The probes are connected to wires. The taser sends electricity to the probes once the probes connect to the target. The taser cycles for 5 seconds and shuts off. The officer can reactivate the taser for another 5 seconds, which I really hope he does tonight, if necessary. Let's talk to our brave volunteer. What do you say? What's your name? Joe United, do you have an exit yet? Have you ever gotten a shock before?
I have.
Tell me about it.
You know, the awful shocks where you don't turn off the record.
Do you stick your fingers in outlets a lot? Alright. How do you feel about this? Why did you want to volunteer and what do you expect? Because we're going to talk to you afterwards.
I don't think I have the control over what's going to happen.
Joe, give it his, ladies and gentlemen. Give him a hand. So he's one of our two volunteers tonight that will be exposed to the taser. First we have Joe Jimenez from Local Vision TV. Our second volunteer is Brittany. Go ahead.
Brittany Bailey from Videogenics. Brittany, have to ask you, why did you decide to volunteer for this particular demonstration? For Sullivan. She can be very convincing. Kind of excited, a little nervous, and interesting is the biggest word you can come up with. Alrighty, I think we're ready to go. You ready, Brittany?
Now, when Joe and Brittany are exposed to the taser, you will see that their muscles will contract, their bodies will become very rigid while the taser cycles. Without the support of the spotters, this would be the time that they would fall to the ground. Once the person is on the ground, they are much easier for the officers to control. Now pay attention to how fast Joe and Brittany recover from the effects of the taser. They're both going to be tased at the same time. So I want you to help me here. We're going to give them a 3 count. On the count of 3, they're going to tase. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's hear it for our 2 volunteers.
I didn't feel that until Brittany started kicking.
Hey, Joe? Okay, Joe, they have to pull the barbs out of your back now. Did they tell you about that ahead of time, Joe? Now, Joe, besides ruining a perfectly good t-shirt, how do you feel?
The worst 5 seconds of my life. I felt in my feet, my back, my belly.
Did you have any control at all?
No. And all I was trying to do was count 5 seconds.
Show your minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Another hand. And how's our other volunteer feel?
Well, let me work my way around here, Brittany. How you doing? She's not so far. What was going through your mind when that was going on? Oh, nothing. You can't think. That was insane. So if an officer asked you to stay down after feeling that, what would you do? Oh, I would stay. I wouldn't even get in a situation where I had to stay. Bad idea. Sounds good. Thank you, Brittany. Thank you, Joe.
Two of the bravest people. We're going to be one more hand for Joe and Brittany. You notice we're not asking for a hand for the guys who tased them, but that's just me. Common effects from the taser, just so you know ahead of time that the effectiveness of their deployment by the Janesville Police Department, the subject can obviously and immediately lose all control and fall to the ground. Often, and though I didn't hear it, they can yell or scream. Involuntary muscle contraction, subject may freeze in place with legs locked, subject may feel dazed for several seconds, minutes, vertigo, tingling sensation, may even experience critical stress amnesia. Do you remember your name, Joe? Officers do have to go through 8 hours of training, and they have to repeat it every 2 years.
By the way, most officers have actually taken taser exposure so they can better understand the effects of the taser. So if they've got one, they probably had it tested on them.
So how many people have a dog at home? Do you love your dog? Have you trained it how to attack bad guys?
Bark at strangers. Sniff your children for drugs.
Well, the Janesville Police Department's K-9 unit was established in 2007. Both police dogs are considered dual-purpose dogs because they are trained in 2 different areas, principally drugs and patrol functions. And I do know the officers would very much likely to stay clear of the streets. Do not pet the dog. The dogs do live at home with their handlers as well. And we're going to meet those 2 fine Janesville officers. You know, it's so nice that the Janesville Police Department does bring them in by limousine and professional driver.
You're not old enough to drive yourself.
I do want to caution you, if anyone has brought illegal drugs tonight, you might want to slowly back away. I'm actually not kidding, you watch the crowd because these dogs will go after you. So again, if you've got any illegal drugs, you might want to slowly walk away, or at the very least, turn them in now.
I notice you're slowly backing away, Stan.
Apparently you only have to be in the presence of someone. By the way, the post office is kind enough to donate these boxes.
Introducing your Janesville Police Department K-9 units. K-9 Hardy and Officer Sean Mahaffey teamed up in October 2007. Hardy is a purebred German Shepherd born in Germany April 2nd, 2005. They've been working together on third shift patrol. So you had to get up early today, huh? Let's hear it for K-9 Hardy.
And now for K-9 Cairo and his handler, Officer Glenn Hageman. Cairo and Officer Hageman teamed up together in May of 2008. Cairo is a purebred German Shepherd born in the Czech Republic in September of 2006. Boy, he is just so ready to go, isn't he? Officer Hageman and Cairo have worked together on second patrol shift. Both dogs were purchased from the Steinig and Tall Kennels in Campbellsport, Wisconsin, where they also received their training. Hardy and Cairo certify annually on their abilities through the North American Police Working Dog Association. Gentlemen, ready?
What you're first going to see is a demonstration of a narcotics detection scenario in mail or shipping parcels. The Janesville K-9s work cooperatively with local shipping companies in the interdiction of drugs being shipped in packages. In this example, we're going to need a volunteer from the crowd to place a quantity of, oh, look at all this. They're all volunteering. They don't even know what they're putting in there yet.
All right. What's your name? Elijah. Come here. Come here. This way. Go to the police officer. All right. Have you ever handled illegal drugs before?
No.
Are you here with your folks? Yes. Do they know you're on here? Did they rent the car? Did you see on tape? Did you ask permission? What's going on? It's always good. If the police officer says it's a nice thing.
Our volunteer is going to hide a quantity of marijuana in one of the 8 boxes.
He tells us folk that, now this is real marijuana.
The K-9s are trained to detect marijuana, cocaine, heroin, and methamphetamines. For this one, Officer Carl with Officer Hageman will use his nose to sniff the packages, and when Cairo smells the drugs, he will alert on it. His handler will watch the dog's body language and his breathing to determine the alert. And when the alert is made, the dog will get a reward. We're going to find him. Whoa. Hey.
He doesn't want to give it up.
This is mine, I earned it.
And I wonder what kind of reward. Do you give him food or a toy? What does he get? In 2010, the K-9 unit searches resulted in locating 117 items of drug paraphernalia, 2 pounds of marijuana, 10 grams of cocaine, and more than a gram of heroin. They assisted the Janesville School District and the school districts of neighboring communities in locker searches in the effort to keep drugs out of the schools and away from children. We've got one more great demonstration, and we're going to bring this car back down this way, so please clear the streets.
Again, we are not using actual suspects in tonight's demonstrations.
In fact, in a way, I think it's kind of nice that many of the officers has volunteered to become the suspects, so they sort of get an idea what it's like on the other side.
In this scenario, the use of canines in the arrest of 2 armed robbery suspects. In this scenario, the police were called to a local gas station after 2 men entered armed with a gun and a knife. After robbing the store, the suspects left in this vehicle, going forward, not backwards. And the canine unit will assist in the traffic stop of this vehicle. Do we want to be this close to the action?
As mentioned earlier, the canines are used in the apprehension of suspects who flee or resist arrest and aid in the capture of dangerous criminals. What you will see is how the dogs are used and some of the equipment used by the officers who help train the dogs. As the car is stopped, Sergeant Dean Sukas will be giving orders to the occupants.
Occupants of the white Lumina, you are suspects in armed robbery. You are considered under arrest. Driver, open the driver's side door and exit facing away from me.
As you can see, the suspect does exit the car, but he's uncooperative. Instead of putting officers' lives at risk, the dog can be used to apprehend and subdue this subject. This is Officer Caro. The suspect is being played by Officer Steve Knox. He's a volunteer and assists in the training of the dogs of the canine unit. Let's hear it for Steve. Aren't you glad that's not your real arm? That is what is called a bite sleeve. That is a thick covering over the arm to protect the trainer from being injured. The pressure of the bite can still be felt, as Steve will certainly tell you, but the teeth do not penetrate the fabric. So everyone, is the scenario over?
There were 2, a gun and a knife. There's another man in that car. Where is he? He didn't come out when ordered to.
Any other occupants of the suspect vehicle?
There's a dog.
Oh, he's in the car.
I think he found one.
So this part of the scenario, canine is used to clear the inside of the car. The remaining suspect is considered to be armed and dangerous, and instead...
Did we have the wrong canine officer go after the suspect?
No, I think that was Officer Caro.
He wanted another tweet.
On the right.
I'd do it, man. They're going to send a dog in.
They might send both. Here's K-Dot Hardy. After Officer Mahaffey tried to get the suspect to come out, Officer Hardy just went in and dragged him out. And you notice, he's not helping the dog at all.
This suspect is played by Officer Jim Holford, also a volunteer who helps train the dogs in the canine unit. He's using a full body bite suit as protection. I'm glad he's happy for it today. The suits are bulky, they're hot and heavy. They make him look like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Very necessary though, so the trainers are not hurt during training. This particular bite suit was recently donated by a Janesville company, showing the support the police department gets from its citizens in fighting crime and protecting its officers. Thank you to that Janesville company.
All right, let's give a big hand to Officer Mahaffey and Carl and Hardy and Officer Jimmy Holford and Steve Knott. Big round of applause. So let's have one final big round of applause for a fine demonstration and obviously skill and training from the Janesville Police Department.